Annie Rigsby. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show, the Fashion Network, Fntv, and our show, Fashionology, today on Fntv. I am super excited for our guest today. We're going to introduce her in just a moment, but Ashley comes to us from Cincha Travel. Today, we're going to talk about everything from traveling functionally, being fashionable doing so, and don't forget, we're going to have some giveaways on today's show, Cincha Travel. Hi, Ashley. How are you?
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's been a pretty easy week, actually, for the travel industry.
Yeah, totally. Not too many delays on this end.
That's right. That is unexpected this time, I guess this time of year and this year in particular.
Definitely.
I've read all about your work. I've
Oh,
read
thanks.
about, how there was only 2 people that created your company.
Mhm.
How a small company is getting so very large, and also about your aspirations and dreams. But why don't you take us through why your product is the perfect travel accessory for every stylish traveler?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm so flattered. It's still just two people behind the brand. So my fiance
Okay,
and I
that's
started.
awesome.
Yeah, it's getting busy to say the least. Now that everyone's traveling again, but we started the company in 2019, and I was
Oh,
actually on my first big trip with my then boyfriend James, who's now my fiance and co-founder, and he was like, "Ash, why are
Mazel
you?"
tov. Ah,
He was like, "Ash, why are you struggling with your bag so much?" Because obviously I tend to overpack and I am not a check-in girl. I'm a carry-on girl only. So my bags are packed to the
yes.
brim. And I was struggling with my bags, and he was like, "You need to figure out a solution to keep all your stuff together," because
Yeah, absolutely.
it was not a cute scene. So he was like, "You should use a bungee cord." And I looked at him and I was aghast. I was like, "A
A
bungee cord?
bungee cord.
How dare you?" I'm the kind of person who really likes to have a cute airport outfit and look
Right.
adorable and cute and accessorized, and
Yes,
um, a bungee cord was just not going to cut it. So we did the
that's
next
right.
best thing, and we looked at what was in the market. And of course, there's all those totes with the trolley sleeve, but I
Right.
had favorite travel totes that I just love to travel with,
Okay.
that are great investment pieces. And I was like, there has
Absolutely.
to be something that's cuter, and there wasn't. So
Right.
we put our left and right brains together. He's actually an attorney, and I've been in marketing for 10 years. And we came up with Cincha. So
That's brilliant.
this is a really cute little accessory that you can essentially tie to it goes over your trolley handles, and then you wrap it around your personal bag. So I
Yes.
know there's a lot of people who have their favorite totes, and this is perfect for them. It's perfect
Right.
for moms, perfect for people who may have shoulder or neck pains and their
Right.
bags are super heavy. So
Absolutely.
it's very functional.
I'm gonna toss up here into our live feed a video that y'all shared. It kind of talks about and shows exactly what the product is. So let's show our viewers this and I'll come right back to you.
Your personal
Perfect.
bag to your carry-on, so you don't have to go through the airport with your bag slipping and sliding everywhere. Or if you're like me and you carry very heavy totes, this really helps take the load off. Check it out at cinchatravel.com.
Yeah, there you go. I mean,
Perfect.
and you know what? It's that simple. It is a stylish accessory that holds the bag together so that you don't lose it.
Yeah.
Real quick here. Well, we all went on. There was 12 of us. We went on a huge trip this winter. Yes, we were part of the Southwest debacle,
Oh no.
and yes. Um, in fact, one of our bags is missing still.
Stop.
But
Oh my gosh.
yes, and one of our bags, if we had a Cincha travel belt, would probably still be with us today. It was left in the airport.
Oh no.
And I think that is another, prominent piece to this puzzle, the travel puzzle. And how do we keep everything together, whether
Totally.
we're single, engaged, married with 4 kids, however you
Yeah.
roll, you're gonna have a lot of pieces to the puzzle that you're gonna have to really
Totally.
work out. And do you have a few that you can show us? I know behind you, I
Yeah. Yeah, there's one behind me. So this is our
that's great.
fun travel leopard print. Sorry, you can't
Okay,
see that. We have a fun red color.
that's great.
We actually do every year a pride collection. So this
Oh,
is a
that's
fun rainbow.
fantastic.
Yeah, so I mean, this year we're launching like 60 products, new pattern. It includes new patterns. It's new size, etc. So we're super excited about
That's
just the
great.
growth of the business. Like I said, it's still the two of us, and we've been bootstrapping the whole thing. And I
Yeah.
think it's just fun to see more people getting excited about Cincha.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really exciting that Cincha Travel is, becoming much more of a household name. I'm seeing it all over actually.
Thank you.
Can you take us back a moment? 2019, y'all started, then COVID,
Right.
but above all of that, there's still a lot of supply and demand issues in the marketplace right now. Everything from travel accessories to pharmaceutical issues, it
Totally.
runs the gamut. So, how have the two of you been able to configure the business in such a way that you're handling the delays and other pieces to that puzzle exceptionally well?
Thank you. Well, yeah, I mean, I owe all of the operational side of things to James. He
Oh,
is just completely on top of it. I think it helps that he's an organized attorney and really,
it's great
really
to have the duality between the two of you.
totally. So he has a great relationship with our partners overseas and just
That's
you
great.
know, to be honest, we've been sold out multiple times where we've just looked at each other and we're like, oh, we should have ordered more, or we just never know what's going to happen. But we use that as a positive advantage, right? Like
Yes,
we put it in our ads that it's sold out. You should get these fast. Like
absolutely.
so it hasn't been. There's been some ups and downs on definitely on that side of things, but it's created this excitement about the brand and the
Yes,
travel belts, and when they're live, they go quickly. So,
right.
we're in
It's
that
better
space.
to be sold out than to have, excess.
Exactly. Totally,
I
totally.
mean, as a fashion designer, that's key right there. You're
Absolutely.
successful if you have sold out collections versus excess that you need to dump somewhere.
Exactly, and it creates that, like, customer excitement, and they're, like, always asking when we're getting new colors, et cetera, so it's created that fun, like, "I need this"
Yeah,
moment. Thing.
absolutely. So, Ashley, give us just 1 minute. We're gonna go to a commercial real quick, and then we're gonna come back, and we really want to talk to you about the softer side, shall we say, of Cincha miles for migrants, and we'll do that right after this commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back on Fashionology today. Today's January 24th, 2020. All right. Welcome back.
Thank you.
We have to mention that you are watching Fashionology today on FNTV, and that you can become an FNTV member today and any day by just going to the Fashion Network members. There's plans and pricing, and all of that is on your screen now. But of course, just go to our homepage and you'll easily find it. Before we head back over to Ashley real quick with Cincha Travel, I just want to mention that there are some amazing new TV shows launching in just a couple weeks. We've got Cinder Sisters, Creating Your Own Style. They're going to work every week to bring you how you can combine work life and nightlife with ease, how dressing impacts your whole day. And it does for me, actually. I'm in a better mood when I feel like I'm looking good and stylish. I think that's probably very popular theme to all of us that are creatives within the industry. We're also launching The Stitch Life, hosted by Lanice, who's actually your fashion fairy godmother. She's located right in New York, Manhattan, and her company's been around for about 30 years. She is going to bring us and all of our viewers the production side of creating in this industry, whether it's from paper patterns to just simply creating one garment. She is your go-to. So don't forget, you can always join the FNTV community at thefashionnetworkus.com. So let's go back to Ashley, because this is just so exciting. Take us through Miles for Migrants. It's one of, part of obviously your dream and being able to provide travel to those that are less fortunate. But this is fantastic.
Thank you so much. It was definitely fundamental for us to have something in our company that gives back. So James and I grew up in very humble households. The only reason I got to travel the world was because my dad worked for United Airlines. So from a very young age, we traveled on standby, and really that was the only way we could afford to travel. So we knew we needed to bring some of that into our company and give back as much as we can. So we've been working with Miles for Migrants for a while now, and with every travel belt purchase, we donate miles to them. So we've donated over 1 million miles.
Yes. Wait, say that again. Over 1 million miles.
1 million
I said that like 3 times. Over 1 million miles have already been donated.
Yeah, and what's so beautiful about working with them is that they'll tell us where these miles are being used. We've helped people, helped migrants relocate from Ukraine, from Afghanistan. We hear direct stories from them about how Cincha has been able to help. And I think, I just want to shout out Miles for Migrants. They're an amazing nonprofit. Their work is incredible, and their fundamental the core of what they do is just help relocate migrants. And I think it's just fantastic. So
absolutely. You can find out a lot more about Miles for Migrants and Cincha Travel, excuse me, on Instagram and TikTok. I was hoping, Ashley, that you would actually stay with me for a few more minutes, because I wanted to share with everyone some interesting travel facts that we came across over the last few weeks. And I just think they're fascinating. So I wanted to hear your perspective if you have a few more minutes.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, well, great. Whoops, we hit the wrong button. Sorry. Live TV at its best. Okay, so this is information from Travel and Leisure. And essentially, they did a very cool basically pros and cons of traveling and what is better. So it might surprise us all to find a wheeled duffel bag is more versatile than a suitcase. Now, I don't agree with that at all, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. So they said, and I'm not going to read all of these, but essentially the duffel bags, what are some pros? Open packing space. I agree with that. You can put tons of stuff in a duffel and it can expand. It's flexible, like they talked about. It's pretty lightweight, but actually, the more you pack in it, the heavier it is. And I often find that it just kind of flops around. Some of the cons is that it's a little less secure. That's true. And it can also be more difficult. It's less stable, which is what we talked about. And I love that Travel and Leisure threw in. It's also less stylish. So suitcases, what are some pros? Well, easy to use, especially with the 4-wheeled suitcases. Of course, you can use your Cincha belt, travel accessory on suitcases. I think much more easier than duffels, but really probably both work. And I think that's a great feature. Suitcases are easier to manage, that you can put more bags on top of. And they mentioned some cons, of course, that they can be heavier. Sometimes you can't smush them into the overhead as easy. But, in reality, I don't think you really want to be packing so much these days that you can't get it into the overhead, because that's what happened to us, actually, bringing us back to the beginning of the conversation. We were traveling, like I said, over the holidays, and we packed carry-on. I thought that was the way to go. That's brilliant. We're not going to lose anything. But we couldn't get it in the overhead. And so, they took it underneath the plane at the gate, like right when you're getting on the airplane. And then it's never come back. Really interesting. Where did that go? Ashley, a few of your thoughts for a second.
Yeah, well, like I said, I am a carry-on girl through and through. And I feel like I've gotten it down to a science because I just pack my classics, right? Like I'm gonna pack things that I know I'm gonna wear. And I used to pack all these like random dresses I just bought and all sorts of random accessories.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna wear.
Totally. And then I don't end up wearing it. So I tried to stick to the classics and make sure that my wardrobe matches, right? So like there's not this bright yellow t-shirt that's not going to go with something else that I have packed. So I tried to stick to like a color palette. And yeah, just keep it classic and cool. And my tip is your personal bag is where you can stuff any extras that you, and that's why you need a travel belt because it gets heavy.
There you go. I love that. Yeah. I actually always find it so like humorous. I don't know. I'm not trying to put down anyone at the airlines, but I do find it humorous when I'm going through the airport and actually, the Fashion Network is one of my babies under my corporate companies, and so it's a woman disabled owned, and so as I'm scooting around, often they see that I have like my messenger bag, my purse, my little purse, and they still want me to like, it's 3 bags. They want me to hide it, like pack that, and so what do I take it off and shove it in my backpack for 3 feet. You get through the door and then I take it off and can keep going, scooting down. But it's really fascinating that they really want to conserve and put everything together. But I think if I had a Cincha travel belt, I'd be able to do it a lot easier.
Oh my gosh. And let me see if I can grab one really quick. So I think we could avoid that issue because we have a travel belt now that attaches to a belt bag. So,
look at that. See it. Oh my God.
It's pretty neat. Yeah. So you can literally literally have this around your personal bag.
Yeah.
And then what I love is that it's super cute as a belt bag too, and you can wear it while you're touristing.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like throwing, we call them fanny packs, but belt bags great. And throw it over your neck, basically.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you have access to like your passport, your lip gloss, your AirPods, all the things that end up at the bottom of your bag. It's just right there.
Medications are key. I think for anyone traveling, they should be in your carry-on.
Absolutely.
And along with a few extra undergarments, I might say. So, Ashley, we only have about 10 minutes left. So before we're running down here, the end of the time, I wanted to talk to you briefly about your dream for yourself and that you mentioned, dream for the industry. I love, and I think it'd be great if you expanded on that. You would love to see and connect with, more of a designer brand that you could collaborate on.
Yeah, that's a huge dream of mine. Definitely manifesting it from the beginning, but there are so many luxury brands that I love and it'd be so incredible to work with bring our functionality with our travel belt and their heritage prints to make something just super cool that I think will stand out. And what I love about, just that dream in general is like James and I had no experience building a business. And I think for anybody who's out there wondering, like, should I start something? Like, just start. Like, that's the first step. Like, my big dream isn't there yet. We haven't partnered with a luxury brand to do a print, but we started, and I could have just settled at like, oh, but what if, and what if
Yes.
something doesn't work out? So I hope that, people who don't feel like they have the, the experience, just try, because that's all you can do.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. Part of the reason I wanted to create an entire TV network was to be able to bring people together through the whole industry. Whether you're a veteran fashion designer like myself over, 27 years, some, brand names, so on and so forth, or someone that, is a 21-year-old living in, Des Moines, Iowa,
Totally.
designing at home, trying to figure out their way. That's what this network is for, to bring everyone together. Join the forum, the fashion forum. That's where all these people are talking and meeting and coordinating and collaborating. There's been some really, really cool people that jump in there, by the way. So you might be able to make a connection that way.
Love that.
Real quick, I think we should mention something super exciting. The Cincha belt giveaway winner, one of them is at Layla Rose. Thank you so much, everyone, for direct messaging, following, doing all of our little requests. That's the name of the game, right? Spreading the word. And I think we did it really well the last couple of weeks. So at Layla Rose, you have won one of the Cincha Belt giveaways. Ashley, that's so exciting. I obviously will get information to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I guess we'll pick another winner. We thought two. So you and I are going to get together and go on Instagram and pick another winner. But Layla Rose, congratulations to yourself. Yeah, Ashley, in closing, we just wanted to thank you very, very much. It's been great. I think you have so much to offer everyone. I think that your product is fantastic. And I think that Cincha Travel is going to go a long way with both you and James.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for having me. It's so much fun. And you can learn more about Cincha on our website, cinchatravel.com.
Absolutely. Thank you for joining us as well. All right. Guys, it's incredible to bring someone onto the show that, has created something that she didn't, sway away from her fears. She just decided, this is what I want to do. She is a fearless woman. And I would say definitely part of our warrior women that we like to celebrate on the Fashion Network. Real quick, don't forget, you can become an FNTV member today. We'd love you to do that. By doing so, you get some excellent benefits. You're automatically entered into every giveaway. For one, there's a lot of things that you get by doing so. We look forward to talking with you in the near future. Don't forget, you can advertise on the Fashion Network as well. Don't forget to go to thefashionnetworkus.com or thefntv.com to find out more. And always, you can send us an email at support@thefashionnetworkus.com. Today's show has been super exciting, and we look forward to next week, who is going to be Ashworth Company. We're going to talk about menswear and formal wear next week on Fashionology Today. Feel free to send us an email at support@thefashionnetworkus.com if you'd like to become a member or on the TV show. We'd love to have you. Thank you so much. I'm Annie Rigsby for the Fashion Network, Fashionology Today. Take care.